Well, we did it. We did something we said we would never do. We bought a New Holland baler. Welcome to Pond Bank Farms, by the way. Oh, it feels dry, like the stuff out.
Yeah, we're not quite the same, but.
Oh, Clyde, it's getting dark.
Yeah.
We still haven't neighbors to do yet. I know this is childish, but one of my all-time favorite features on this baler, I love me a good strobe. So why did we end up buying this baler? When it first came out to get demoed, we weren't expecting to, but we were extremely impressed. We also had a few other balers we wanted to demo and try out, but time got away on us and we needed this baler because our old baler, we were starting to get worried, would be getting stuck in the middle of the field without being able to bale. And you know, you get in a situation like today, you got potential rain coming tomorrow, you don't want that. So you want a reliable baler. So we were running out of time and we were extremely impressed with this one. I've heard some silly misconceptions out there, and I know a lot of farmers would know better, but there's some people that don't. They think, I've heard misconceptions that farmers get new equipment because they just like the shiny paint, basically, and that's not true. If there are farmers like that, they're not farming very long, because you got to be content with what you got. But there comes a point where you gotta weigh why. You need to weigh the pros and cons of keeping your old baler and fixing it versus getting a new one. Why we got a new baler is our old baler was at the point where it was gonna have to start costing to get things fixed that were wearing out on it. There was 22,000 bales on it, which is extremely good for a round baler. But it was getting to that point, and we're like, we want a reliable baler. We do a lot of baling, and we don't want to be stuck in the field, and then you got to start paying to fix it all the time. So it was just at a point where we thought it was time, and we love the baler. Like, that baler treated us extremely well, but it was time. Hey, well, that was interesting. There's a 50-acre field here we just got done. There were 4 other balers in here. Our neighbor called everyone to come and do it because his baler broke. And I had one bale here I'm gonna unroll and bale up yet. I don't know what happened, if I opened the tailgate too soon or if the net wrap just didn't go on. I had Dad with me. I wasn't paying attention like I should have. But we're gonna unroll it and bale it up for him. If we can unroll it, it's pretty heavy. I'm gonna have to put my camera down. Got that bale baled up, a little bit here yet on the ground, and we're good. We are good. And we are wrapping. Can't really see much. So, we got some toys for buying our baler. They brought some toys out today. Are you pretty excited about this?
Yeah.
Is it just like Daddy's baler?
Yeah. Baby Papa Baler.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're baling.
I built it.
That is pretty nice. I guess, see if this stands the test of time. Maybe New Holland makes better toys than John Deere.
Oh, yeah. How you let me.
Good morning. So, this morning, now that I got a little more time, I'm going to run through the baler and show you some of the features on the baler. Note that they're not a sponsor, so I can't speak too great of them. I'm just kidding. But I'm not going to wear a New Holland hat until I'm a sponsor. Also just kidding. But this is great. So like our McHale, it's got the automatic oiler. Maybe a bit of a smaller reservoir, which is a little bit of a downside. The pickup is wider. Last night we were in some straw where the McHale pickup would have been a touch narrow. It would have done fine, but it might have missed a little bit on the outside. Let's open up the side here. So this one has the automatic greaser, which is great, and hopefully the bearings are as good as our McHale. Like I've said before, 22,000 bales on the McHale, never changed a bearing. That's incredible, and we hope these bearings are as good. But the automatic greaser should help with that. One feature with this is, you've seen in the video, when the tailgate opens, it is fast, but it doesn't seem like it has to move that far, so it's a very good design. I don't know how it's designed, but it is faster, and we really like that. I think it might have a few more chains on it, a little longer chains, which is a downside. It's got, on the drop floor, it's called, what is it called now? I forget, but it's got this little rubber in here, so it can give a little bit. Is it called a riding floor? I forget the technical term, but there's a little bit of give in the drop floor, and that is a very nice feature. The knives stayed in very well, and we were able to cut extremely well. Like with most good new round balers, you can, I'm sure. I was in the field with 4 other balers last night, and not gonna mention brands, but this thing was exceeding all of them. I was able to drive faster. But we bought it because we expected that, I guess. We're gonna head over to this side. I like the lights back here, by the way. They look kind of new technology. And what do we got on this side? So this is the duckbill that feeds in, and we'll start the net wrap. I was having a little bit of an issue with that last night, but I didn't have it revved up all the way, 1,000 RPM, so it wasn't cutting it right. It wasn't leaving enough net here to grab. That was the only problem with that, so not a complaint there. Changing the net wrap is a lot different, but maybe a little more. It takes a little longer, which is a downside. A nice feature is you can adjust how much grease the auto greaser uses. It looks like we're using a little much here, but we can back that off a bit. Yeah, I don't know what else there's to show you without opening the baler up, but there's not much to see in there. It has the 4 belts, and they track extremely well. They don't move from side to side, and you can have one side of the bale full, the other side empty, and these will stay perfect. And they're also nice and thick, nice thick belts. So yeah, we don't have a whole lot of bales on it yet, but from what we've used it so far, we've really liked it. We really like the isobus. And ISO buses, we use the monitor on the tractor, and we don't need an extra monitor. So we really like the whole thing, and but we'll keep you updated, and if there's any problems, I'm sure you'll find out about it. But like every baler, it might have a few kinks to work out, but so far extremely nice, and I'm a fan. So I gotta hook on the manure pump now and put it in the manure pit. We have wheat all combined and baled. We gotta get bales off the field. We want to get manure on our home field here and get some oats planted in that we can take off for green feed for our cows then. So we got a fair bit of work to do here. Gonna start stirring manure. It's supposed to rain here soon, so we'll see how long it holds off. Dad's on his way back with a load of straw, so as soon as he gets back here, I gotta unload it with the skid steer, put it up in our bank barn if it's not raining. Washing out the radiator before I hook it onto the pump. It was kind of dirty, so high time to do it. Yes, I know, I use water. Some people do not appreciate that, but from our experience, the engine stays cooler when you wash it out with water versus air. I've heard it cakes some mud in there, which is a little worrying. I try to make sure I clean it until there's hardly any dirt coming out, and hopefully it doesn't then and all comes out. But this is the way we do it, I guess. I'm gonna go close this up here, and oh man, might take two hands. That's a good push. There we go. And I'm gonna grab the skid steer and be ready when Dad comes, because the rain's starting to come down and we want to get this straw inside before that happens. Okay, Dad's gonna be coming any minute now, and we are going to put some straw up here. We still have a fair bit left over from last year. My dad and Jake are always petrified we're gonna run out of straw, so we end up having like 100, 200 bales left over every year. But that's fine, it's better that than running out. And we're gonna fill this barn back up, and the straw now, we have all the knives in, so we're putting it up here because if the bales do fall apart, we can just shove them down a hole, and it's easier that way. Like this, for example. Well, here he is. Now, unloading bales with the skid steer is a two-handed job, so since I'm in a hurry, you won't see much of it, but you'll see when the wagons are empty. Last bale. We'll just let these sit here for now. It started pouring the last few bales, so we'll just set them down. But we got them all tucked away, and just in time. Well, we'll pull these wagons out of the way. Up top here somewhere. Looks like it's too wet to get more today, so how to put a halt to that. It's really making down out there. Good feeling to have all the winter wheat combined anyway. Just gotta clean the rat out on this old girl here. I noticed it was getting a little hot Sunday when I was mixing, so we're gonna clean her out. This radiator was pretty dirty. No wonder it was overheating. Okay, that should run a little bit cooler. Okay, Dad's coming to pick me up here soon to take me home. I don't have a vehicle over here to get home, so just waiting for Dad to come. Stepped inside the barn to take a look at things. Cows look pretty happy. It's warm outside, but very nice in here. The fans keep the air moving, so it's actually almost cool. Okay, see you ladies. Good morning, guys. So I just pulled out the harvester here. Dad's gonna take it down. We have a harvest specialist, basically, half hour, 3/4 hour from here, and we take it down every year to get it checked out and replace anything that might be wore out. And so he's gonna do that here this morning. Thinking of cutting our peas and oats here this morning, but I'm not 100% sure. We'll have to see how the weather looks here when I'm done eating breakfast. Okay, got the disc spine greased. We got 35 acres of peas and oats we want to cut. It was the last stuff that was planted, and the weather's only looking nice for like 2 days, but it's really hot, so we're hoping it's gonna dry, because it's hard to know. The weather's kind of up in the air, and it'd be nice to get it done. So hopefully it'll dry enough by tomorrow, which is asking a lot. But it is extremely hot, so, you know, things dry quicker in an oven. What do we have here? Looks like Bambi. Well, the peas and oats are pretty good. Don't look right here, this is a wet spot, but they are extremely... Well, they're going down, which isn't nice, but that just shows how heavy a crop it is. A lot of moisture this year, so they love that. Emily's bringing my lunch. Last strip. 35 acres of peas and oats here, so should make a few bale. Well, we are getting done. Just a small custom job here. The results are in from Guess the Bale Challenge. My last video, I had people guess how many bales were gonna be in that field. It was a field of straw, 33 acres. I thought it was pretty good, and we had guesses ranging from 30 bales to 250 bales, and thanks for all the guesses, and they were all good guesses. But we have a second time winner, so I don't know what he knows that we don't, but Ray Martin guessed 205 bales. We got 197, so great guess. Your guessing game is on par. So yeah, that was I don't know, I think it was over 6 bales an acre, so we got a fair bit of straw for there. It was a good crop. Just a little bit to do yet on this side of the barn. Their corn's looking good. He's kind of hoping to put up a silo here, and wants us to put in the corn silage, but I don't see a silo up yet. And the corn's in tassel and getting cob, so I don't know. Well, that was an awkward shaped field. Took longer than I anticipated. Here's some of our corn starting to tassel. It's looking pretty good, actually. Okay, we're unhooking the disc spine, so we're ready to hook on the pump in the morning, first thing. And we got a busy day planned tomorrow.
And for watching the library.
Thank you. I think that'll be the end of this video if you made it this far. I hope you enjoyed it. And we'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.